Not surprisingly, new Yankees reliever Adam Ottavino was asked about Babe Ruth in his first interview since signing with his hometown club on January 13. The 6'5" right-hander probably did have some explaining to do after boasting in an MLB podcast in December the pitchers are so much better now than 100 years ago that he'd strike out Ruth every time. What to make of Yankees farm system, which has only 2 in Baseball Prospectus Top 101. That comment, along with the one in which Ottavino claimed Ruth would be a .140 hitter with 8 homers a season as a present-day player, led to a lot of angry comments from fans on social media. On Friday, a day after the 3-year, $27 million contract that Ottavino signed on Jan. 13 became official with a past physical, the Brooklyn native admitted that he probably shouldn't have taken a shot at Ruth while hammering home his point about how much baseball has changed over the last century. "I was surprised that the comments went so viral, but I saw when they put the quote out of context out there why people would get so upset," Ottavino said in a conference call with Yankees beat writers. "Certainly I probably used a bad example of the point I was trying to make as to the evolution of pitching over baseball history, and Babe Ruth is probably a name that I shouldn't have used in this example." On deck 13, Ottavino made headlines bringing up Ruth. In an MLB podcast, he stated, "I had an argument with a coach in AAA about Babe Ruth's effectiveness in today's game. I said, Babe Ruth, with that swinging that bat, I got him hitting .140 with 8 homers. He was like, are you nuts? Babe Ruth would hit .370 with 60 homers, and I'm like, I would strike Babe Ruth out every time." The aftermath of those comments even led to family members joking to Ottavino that they also were getting negative reaction. "I caught a lot of flack for it, mostly funny stuff like my uncle telling me he can't go anywhere without hearing about it," Ottavino said. "But I meant no disrespect. I'm a huge baseball historian and love the game, and it's not something that can be proven anyway, so yeah, I found it a little funny." Ironically perhaps, Ottavino joined the Yankees a month later, and on Friday it was confirmed that la the Babe he'll have a single-digit jersey number as the first in franchise history to wear no. 0. Ottavino says that he often was no. 0 playing ball as a kid and in high school, and he had that number for the last 6 seasons playing for the Rockies. As a Yankee, number 0 could bring added pressure because the organization has retired all of the other single-digit numbers, including Ruth's 3. There could be greater expectations, Ottavino admitted. "I could see people taking that to task, but from my perspective it's a number I've had going back even prior to high school, and it's just something that I'm comfortable with. Realistically, I understand that fan recognition with the Yankees is going to be contingent on me pitching well, so yeah, I'm just going to try to focus on that and be myself and not try to make too big of a deal about the number." Randy Miller may be reached at rmiller@advancemedia.com. Follow him on Twitter at Randy Miller. Find NJ.com on Facebook.